a lot of fun. So welcome. I'm recording now, so I'm gonna be organized. Welcome to the B100 Balance Bootcamp kickoff call. That's a tongue twister. That is our hashtag, so use it if you please. If you don't want to, that's great too. I'm gonna mute everyone, and then Cass, Ash, if you guys want to speak during this, just holler and start speaking. But we have a slideshow tonight because we're just going to go through all the things and try to make this kind of tactical. We will have Monday calls bi-weekly. I'll share more about that later. But on those, they're a little bit less organized, more like personal development, ask questions, work on things together, grow as humans, all that jazz. Tonight is a little bit more tactical, so on future coaching calls like this where we have the community time, don't expect it to be this organized. This is more because I've had a lot of questions on things like the nutrition plan. I'm sure if you read your book, you're also probably confused. So we're just gonna go over everything that we can. I'm gonna share my screen. And there is a chat box. So if you want to pop in the chat box right now on the bottom, it'll say chat. If you're on a phone, it might look a little different. But if you guys want to pop in the chat box and tell us all where you're from and if this is your first program ever or if you've done programs in the past or something. I don't know. Just say hi. Get used to the chat box so that you can ask each other questions while we do this is the moral of this task. All right. So I'm not going to make it full screen because then I can't see you guys. Can you see this okay? Okay. So kickoff call. Woo! Agenda. Welcome. Rules of boot camp. How the 100 days work, 100 days versus 100 workouts. We'll talk about that a little bit more. Talk about how to get you the best results because that's why you're here. I know you're all here for the fun too, but at the end of the day, we all want to be badasses in our bodies and love ourselves and make progress through this. We're going to talk a little bit about the app because a lot of you have actually never been in the app. We have a couple OGs that used to be in the app with us. But for the past 6 months, we've been in Facebook. So we're going to cover that. And we have a couple of very new faces that have never been with us before. And we're going to be doing our first challenge groups. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about prizes and how we're doing at least one of them. There's probably going to be more because you should know that by now. And then added opportunities for accountability. So first, rules. If you have questions on any of these rules, there's probably a full Monday call I can send you regarding the topic that's Alexa on a spree about why these are important. So, 1, can't is a swear word. You do not use the word can't in this group, period. It is not allowed. If you post the word can't, you will actually get some backlash. And that is because everything you do is a choice. Yes, you can choose not to do something, but you can always do something, right? Like, you get to choose. It's not that you can't do your workout today. It's that you're choosing to do something else. And we're not saying that that's negative. It doesn't need to be a negative, but you need to own your choices in this journey. Otherwise, if you let your life be ruled by can'ts, you're never going to get anywhere. So can't is a swear word. Find other ways to use your language so you aren't telling yourself that you can't do things all the time because that's a bunch of BS. Do not domino. I'll get into this one deeper later, but with 100 workouts, you're going to have life on this, and you cannot let one slip up turn into you quitting. You gotta not let that happen because one weekend is never gonna kill your results. And it's never gonna kill your journey. It's when you don't pick yourself back up after that that's gonna kill it. It's when you let that slip turn into I'm done. Like, don't let that happen. If you pick back up, I promise you, you'll barely notice that you had a slip. Positive polys. So we are here to be real. We want you guys to be very real with what's going on in your life in the group. But be a positive poly about it. As much as possible, find the positive in your situation. You have to fight for yourself, and you have to fight past the negative. Because if you let yourself get in a negative rut, and you are kind of like a poor me, oh my gosh, my life sucks, this is so hard, everything's gotten so hard, you're not going to get anywhere. And I'm not saying life isn't hard. We're asking you to find the one positive thing about it and share that as well. Maybe it's a tiny gratitude in the storm that you have to share, but find a way to do something positive because it will help you start shifting your mind out of that negative spiral. And many of us in this group are here and we have been through some shit in our lives. We're not here to tell you that life's not going to get really hard, and sometimes mental health is really hard to deal with, and you're going to have to go through that storm. But you can fight for yourself through the storm, and the only way out of the storm is to fight through it. The last one is new, and it's Give a Damn. I believe this is actually from a food post that Shannon did like a year ago. She said, eat like a give a damn. And ever since, I've loved the eat like a give a damn. Like, I tell it to myself all the time, like, just give a damn about yourself. So with everything in this group, give a damn. Like, yes, you might not be perfect, but give a damn. And I feel like I'm swearing a lot, and I'm not a swearer, so that's weird. Okay, next. The group is 100 days. So with the program, it is not a 100-day program. It is a 100 workout program. So even within the guides, you got your wall poster. I don't have it to show you because it's on my wall. But it's 100 squares. You have that calendar. There is a 60-day calendar where you're going to do doubles every day. If that's your jam, more power to you. Not my jam. And then there's the 100-day one that builds in rest days. So you can follow any of those, or you can just follow the 100 days. And we really want you guys to show up for you. I've told a couple people this already one-on-one, but it's one thing to skip a workout, and it's like to skip a workout because your body needs a break. It's another thing to skip a workout because you just don't want to do it. And this side is the one we aren't going to be doing. We're going to be, yes, if our body needs a break, you do a recovery day and you take a break. You don't just not do it because I don't feel like it. Like, let's see what is possible if you actually go all in. And by all in, I mean try, give a damn for 100 workouts. So what you can do is you can follow that big wall calendar and just go in order. So some days, maybe 1 week, you feel really on fire and you're going to do 3 days of double days. So you'll go through that that phase faster. Maybe the following week it looks a little different for you. But just stay in order. Don't like skip a phase, or don't skip through the workouts. You don't get to skip revive and something. I don't know the other one. I'm bad. There's 2 recovery days. You don't get to just skip those. Do not skip those. You're jumping a lot. You need to stretch. And even if you're not jumping, you still need to stretch. So again, all those calendars are in the Beachbody On Demand. You'll see me say BOD a lot. You'll hear BOD terminology. BOD is Beachbody On Demand. In there, you have your workout tab and you have your program materials. So a lot of like the hard copy stuff that you got in the mail, like this type of stuff, is all on there on PDFs. What I'm really excited about it being 100 days and 100 workouts is it's forcing us to get out of the diet mindset. You cannot be on a diet for 100 days. So just eliminate that from yourself. That's one of the reasons I struggle so hard with like 3-week programs, 4-week programs, because you have people come in, and I was one of these people. Like, I was rigid for 3 weeks on my first ever 21-day fix. And then I was rigid. I took a weekend off and I ate all the sushi. So that was like my treat. I don't know why, but back then I loved sushi. And then I did another 3 weeks and I was crazy. But then after that, it was like, oh, I'm done with my program. So now what? So I didn't work out for a week because I didn't really have a program. Like, that's what we're forcing ourselves out of with this. Because in 100 days, one, it's going to become a habit. It's going to become a part of who you are. So when you're sitting there getting ready to work out, don't be the person that, and if you are this person now, there's nothing wrong with that. Just remember to tell yourself that we're going to work on changing this, because I've said this to myself before, and like the personal development in my brain is always like, no, Alexa, you like to work out. But don't sit there and tell yourself every day that like, this is just a diet. I'm just doing this to look good in a bikini. I'm just doing this because I need to. And like, I just have to finish these 100 days. No, this is your lifestyle now. This is who you are. You are someone that wakes up and works out. You are someone that gives a damn about their body and your health and your ability to breathe as you walk up the stairs. Like, this is who you are. It is not a diet. It is not I'm going to do this 100 days, get all these X's, and then run away and never do anything again. Okay? So that's what I'm really excited about 100 days, because it's kind of going to force it. Because if you make it to day 100, which I hope we have 42 people make it to day 100, like, I will probably bawl my eyes out. Actually, we probably all will cry on day 100, let's be honest. But if we all make it there, we will be wildly different people, and in the best way possible. Because you create confidence by showing up for the things you set out to do. So set out to do it. If you have a struggle day, text your coach, post it in the group, like, lean into the community, because it works. It won't work if you sit there and everyone's on the call Thank you for being here. It's very important. The community is so powerful because doing something alone is always significantly harder. And you might have a friend at home or you might have a spouse that's very supportive of you, but if they're not doing it with you, it's not the same thing as someone who's literally in the trenches with you. Which again is why the launch group is so amazing, because we're all doing the program together from day one. So, first things first, let's talk about the science of snooze. Immediately break up with the snooze button because it's terrible for your brain. Like, it's proven. If you've read 5 Second Rule, she talks about it in there. She probably talks about it on her podcast. We can probably find a bunch of podcasts about this. Set your alarm for when you need to get up. Go to bed with the intention, I'm going to wake up when it makes noise. And then as soon as it goes off, start yelling at yourself, feet on the floor. Get yourself upright. It's going to suck. Yeah. Good. No one likes waking up. Like, beds are cozy, beds are warm, beds are fun. We want to stay in bed. We understand. But you also want to take care of yourself. And you signed up to do this for a reason. So get your butt out of bed. And I'm really, really, really strong in that I want to challenge everyone to at least try to be a morning workout person for the first phase. Don't come into this group and tell me that you're going to work out in the evenings every single day. Like, yeah, some days it's going to happen, but please try, because the power of the morning routine is going to be part of our focus. Because when you start your day in a positive way, everything changes. It changes how you perform at work. It changes how you show up for your family. It changes who you are as a person because, one, it's hormonal. Like, you actually are changing the hormones in your brain when you get up and start moving right away. Your cortisol starts pumping instead of your melatonin, I think, is still running at night. It flips. So it flips your switch. And it just puts you in a better position to make good choices all day. So whatever your morning routine is, you're probably going to try and fail like 7 different types of morning routines. Good. Again, we have 100 days to practice this. So try whatever feels good. Personally, I like to wake up. I pee right away. TMI, but it's literally, I'm like a robot. I get up, I pee, I go downstairs, I make Energize, I come right here, I sit down and I read my book. And then honestly, I'm going to be really transparent, force myself to get up and go work out because I'd rather sit here and read. But that's not going to help me get my workout done and have a really powerful day. So when you have a day where your morning routine kind of slips and it doesn't feel like it fit well, make sure you pay attention to that. Like, pay attention to how you feel. What types of morning routines are helping you feel successful? So ideas that we have on here is Energize, personal development. We'll talk about this more in a bit. This is a requirement of boot camp. If you aren't doing it and you have a bad attitude, you're probably going to get a lot of messages from Alexa and other coaches. But we feel very strongly about personal development. It changed all of our lives, and it's so important. Like, I can't even. It seems so cheesy till you do it, but like, just do it. Music is how I get up and get going. I have an Echo, and I tell Echo to play music, and I move. Otherwise, for some reason, it's much easier to sit still. Like, find your jam. Like, Sierra Level Up. It's a great option. It counts you down even. It's great. Affirmations are a really positive thing to do. In your B100 book, we are going to do affirmations every day. Meditation, if that's your jam, it's great for your brain. It's, like, again, scientifically proven. Not something I'm going to be inconsistent with. But then get up, get sweaty, get it done, and dress and go have a good day that you feel good in. And I'm really feeling strong about go do what you feel good at. Don't try to like go be someone that you're not. Don't feel like you have to like fit into a certain pair of pants because your coworker wears them. F that noise. Like, let's wear things that make us feel good. And for me, that's usually 7 times out of 10, I'm wearing a sports bra to work. Unless there's a client there because I don't like bras. Like, do what makes you feel good. And then it will continue to prosper into other goodness in your life. So, Cass, chat box is blowing up. Do we need to stop for chat box anything? Okay. Recipe for massive success. Attitude. 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 And again, attitude. The number one thing that will help you succeed is your energy about it, how you are perceiving it, how you decide to think about this journey, which again is why personal development is huge. Clean nutrition, follow your eating plan. We'll talk about eating plans in a bit, but it matters. If you do these 100 workouts and you eat Cane's every day and a McFlurry, not going to probably get you much results. Yes, you'll be moving your body, you might get some more muscles, but you have to fuel your body for success. And this is about health. It's not just about the weight loss or any of that. So we want you to really try on the clean nutrition. Consistent workouts, show up. Even if it's a bad day, show up. Even if you have to modify with modifier number 3, do it. So modifier number 1 is the one in the front. Modifier number 2 is the one in the back. Modifier number 3 is the one in the DJ booth. Dance it out. Just keep moving. Like, whatever it is, do your freaking thing that day and get up and try. And if you make it 10, 15 minutes into that workout and you still are hating it, stop. But don't not press play because you're having a rough day. Like, it usually helps. If you're injured, again, please consult your physician. But next is personal development, and personal development. And we're going to do that. And then track your progress and celebrate your small wins. This is really more about celebrating your small wins. So when you have like a pair of jeans that buttons easier, or you have a day where you walk by a mirror and you're like, dang, girl, shout that out. Like, celebrate yourself. There is nothing wrong with that. Please tell the group, please, like, celebrate your wins. When you see a muscle pop out, or you're doing your moves in the mirror because you want to have good form, and you see like that like hamstring thing, like, oh, girlfriend, you're working hard for that. Let's celebrate it. And when you celebrate the strong wins along the way, you're more likely to have them compound into big wins. And lastly, use the group. The group's there for you, and the group's built on you guys having fun in it. And that doesn't mean just post your shit and disappear. It means go engage. Engage in what the coach posts are. Engage in like what the prize opportunities are. Engage in what the fun things that are going on in there. Ask questions. Talk to each other. Cheer each other on. Make a friend. Have an accountability call together. Like, just have fun. It is fun if you make it fun. So workouts. So logistics. There's 10 styles. There's 5 phases. So every phase has 20 workouts. So 2 rounds of the 10. We're kind of treating 10 workouts as a week. And if you've been in old groups, so like leaderboards, all that are based on 10, not on a week, just because it makes more sense. There are 3 modifiers, as I just said, the one in the front, the one in the back, and the one in the DJ booth. You have no excuses. I don't care what is going on. You can go like this with your arms and keep on moving. Give it your all. Do not hurt yourself, but show up. So there's a very different thing between your brain quitting and your like physical body being done. Give yourself 1 more rep if you can. Now, if you feel pain, like actual pain, not just like I'm sore or I'm tired or any of that, if you feel pain, listen to your pain. But with that, when you are sore, you need to get up and work out. I think I've already said this in the group once, because it is very, very, very important that you keep your body like warm and stretching out. You're going to get sore. Your butt is going to hurt like hell. I don't really know why. And like your inner thighs, she just like is hitting all of our problem spots apparently, but you're going to hurt, and it's very normal. So please just, again, modify if you need to that next day, but don't skip it, because you're just going to get more stiff if you skip it. And say yes. This will make a lot of sense as we proceed. And create confidence and consistency. Become the person that works out by just consistently working out. Like, be the person that you want to be. If you want to be able to do 10 push-ups on your toes, try every day. Do 10 push-ups on your knee until you can. Like, just show up consistently, and you will be so proud of what you're capable of. Quick tips on workouts. Learn and play with BOD. If you're new to BOD, please go play on it and see what's in there and all of that. It does change from time to time, but seriously, there's so much in there. And if you click on certain things, you end up in the Beachbody blog, which is a ton of fun, and like recipes, and it's great. Also, there is an app on phones, iOS devices, Fire Stick, or the Roku, which is like an add-in so you can play them on your TV. Right now, they are not on the app until we launch. So on the launch day on Monday, they'll start showing up again. Or you can stream it on your computer or your TV if you have that capability. I still stream them on my computer. A lot of people love doing it on a Fire Stick on their TV. Some people love the freedom of doing it on your phone. And with that, I always like to explain on the iOS devices and the app on your phone, you can download 7 workouts at a time. So if you're going on vacation, guess what you're going to do before you leave? You're going to download 7 workouts, because you're going to try while you're on vacation to get workouts in. And you're not going to beat yourself up if there's a day that you don't. But you are going to wake up 20 minutes earlier and get it done, and really, really, really try. Because when you prove to yourself that you're actually committed to this, to do this when you're on vacation, you're not on vacation from your health. You're on vacation from work, or like vacation from your normal house. You're not on vacation from your body. You're still in your body. Your body still needs to move. So don't be on vacation from that. Invite a friend. Make it fun. I promise you, total body badass with a friend is fun. So yeah. there's that. Nutrition, everyone's favorite question. This one has come a lot already. So the book is downstairs, Alexa. Good job. Good planning. So the nutrition guide for Morning Meltdown 100 is a little confusing. What I will say, just to be fully transparent, is Ultimate Portion Fix launched, meaning Portion Fix in its old state that we used to have access to on BOD is gone. It is now considered proprietary. It is a part of a course that you have to pay for. And part of me fully supports that because Ultimate Portion Fix is very powerful, and what you learn in that course is amazing because it goes so much deeper than these are your containers and this is what you're going to eat. It explains why and the science of it. It explains how to shop and do all of that. But I don't like the Morning Meltdown nutrition plan. It's very confusing. And if you're in my bracket, you don't get snacks, and that's not life. So what I'm going to tell you guys to do is, if you don't already know Portion Fix, you're going to go to BOD, you're going to go find 21 Day Fix, and then you're going to go read their program materials. 21 Day Fix is the origination of Portion Fix. So in that guide, so every program has one of these guides that is like the getting started guide, and those are all available on BOD. So Portion Fix is kind of still on BOD in a very light sense. So that's what you're going to do to go figure out your calculations. So then the containers will start to make sense. From there, once you kind of read the getting started of 21 Day Fix meal plan, you're going to go to BOD Nutrition, and then Fixate, and then Foundational Videos, and then Containers 101. And she'll explain containers to you. Then when you go in your Morning Meltdown book, at the bottom of all those recipes, you'll see what the containers are. I don't have it on here, but Ashley or Cass will help you remember to post this in the group, but we'll give you the container sizes so you don't have to buy the containers if you don't want to. If you love them, absolutely, they're like $12 or something like that. You can order them online. But we're going to give you that because I think it's very helpful to have a very simple approach to your nutrition. Now, with that caveat, I'm also a nutrition nerd, and you'll learn this quickly. I believe probably halfway through this program, if you are feeling like you want to amp up your results and you want to amp up your understanding of what you're eating and you feel in a rut with your food, you need to go after one of the other meal plans. Again, they do cost money, but you have access to them for life once you have them. And Ultimate Portion Fix is based on the Portion Fix, so it's container-based. If that's your jam and you just want to get more detailed in it, and maybe you want to learn time nutrition options, you want to learn how to carb cycle, you want to learn the macros of it and how that all works, it's amazing. So you can do that. If you look at these containers and you're like, what the hell is this? I don't want this much restriction on my food. 2B Mindset is for you. It's a very different style of eating. It's fully based on portions of food, like your plate model, and it's much less restrictive, I think. So if you have a mindset issue with restriction around your food, it can be very helpful. It's awesome. Crystal in our group has done it and has lost 85 pounds on it. It works very well. It's just a different style. So if you're someone that wants to be told what to eat every day, it's probably not for you. But if you actually struggle being told what to eat every day, it's a really good option. So there's that. If you have questions about those, let's chat one-on-one or with your coach. And up next is the Beachbody Nutrition Plus app. I don't know if this is on Android yet, but it's on iPhones. And you can actually track how many containers you've had that day. A lot of the videos are in there. Recipes are in there. It just gives you another source that's helpful. And lastly, you guys all have access to the Balanced Bootcamp group on Facebook. And if you aren't in it, ask your coach to add you. It's kind of just a community page now. We used to use it for the challenge groups. But in there are units. And in those units, we have tons of meal plan stuff in there, including all the old Dinners on Demands. We don't have those anymore, but there are thousands of recipes within those. I think we have a year of them, at least, if not a year and a half, of weekly full-blown meal plans that are family-friendly, all that jazz. And then further advice, get on a Monday coaching call if you have questions, or talk to your coach, and we'll probably do a whole call on nutrition. What I will also say is, you're taking on a very new journey for a lot of you. Don't stress out about nutrition. Yes, put the effort in and give a damn, but if you have a bad day, you have a bad day. If you meal prep and it epically fails, don't take that as a reason not to try again. Get up the following week and do it again. So do your best. every week, try a new veggie, like all that jazz, right? So quick tips on nutrition. Shakeout and Performance Line, be consistent. It doesn't work if you're not consistent. Energize works in 30 minutes no matter when you have it. And how many votes for like Alexa had Energize before the call? Alexa had Energize before the call. But be consistent, especially with your Shakeology. I'm not going to go on a rant right now about it. I have a lot of opinions about Shakeology. It saved my IBS, and I swear by it up and down to the moon and around. So please at least give us 30 days straight of full-blown effort on Shakeology. If you feel like you aren't making it good and it doesn't taste good or it's not jamming with you or you're having tummy troubles with it, please message your coach. And if it's a tummy trouble issue, they're probably going to have you talk to me. And I have a whole video about onboarding yourself to Shakeology because it is something that for some people, if you have a bad gut biome, it doesn't always start super easy. And I have a full-blown story about that. I couldn't drink Shakeology in like the condensed form that I do now when I first started. It would have made me violently sick because my gut was in that bad of shape. Shakeology resets your intestines. And it is amazing, but it takes consistency and it takes patience to let your system attach to it. And then over time, it will be amazing, and it's amazing, and I love it. So the next thing is just create a list of clean foods that you like and push yourself to try new things. Push yourself to try new ways of cooking things, too. That can be huge. Pick a few recipes that you like and that make sense for you in your life and try them. Make grocery lists and do not go to the store hungry. Drink your shake or do something. Do not go hungry. You will eat all the things, or you will grab all the things you don't actually need. Don't overcomplicate it. It will get easier. If you try with your meal plan, it will get easier. If you read like the 21-Day Fix Nutrition Guide, it will get easier. It's where we all taught ourselves how to do nutrition. So just do it. And do not forget the water. You guys, water is huge. Half your body weight in ounces of water is your bare minimum. Making your Shakeology. So I put some recipes in the info and files on the app. So there's some fun recipes in there. I have a recent one where I mix sun butter and flax milk, and it's like my favorite thing in the world. I'll probably go make a video of it for you guys at some point. But you just got to find your fave. Everyone kind of has their fave, and sometimes they're very different, and some people's faves I think are disgusting, and they probably think mine's disgusting, but like, just figure it out. And the only caveat I will say on this is if you are doing portion fix and you're putting things into your Shake-O, like a whole cup of fruit, you got to count it as a fruit. So pay attention to what you're putting in your shake.
Real quick,
yep.
In case you don't know how to get to the files tab, when you first go in, this really confused me when I first started trying to figure out this app and where navigating through. So when you first get in, it brings you to the home page where you actually log everything. On the bottom, there's a little thing where it looks like these three people like sitting next to each other. That's where the whole basically the news feed of everyone's posts is. And right at the top is the info and files. I'm not kidding. I spent like 25 minutes searching for this, and I don't know why I couldn't find it, but it's right there. You can see right at the top. It's this little one at the bottom here, and that's where the info is. So any time we post or like a file or something, it's always a great place to look for just kind of tools and stuff to use as well.
Agreed. Thank you, Cass. I feel like I meant to talk about that by putting the picture. Also, if you haven't watched the tutorial of how to use the app, please do. Just do. It's very cheesy. We won't deny that, but it's helpful. Also, you guys in the chat box, I just looked at that while Cass was talking. You guys are amazing. All right. Up next, personal development. We put recommendations in the files tab. Cass already had a post about this as well. And one of the things I'm going to pause and say about the app is, just like she just explained, when you go into it and you go to the three little heads on the bottom, at the top, it'll say all posts. You're always going to want to pull it down to refresh it. But when you click on all posts, you could actually just go to coach posts. And while it will be all the posts of us coaches, it's also a way to go find the old content coach posts if you want to go see some of the stuff we've talked about in the past. Kind of help. So, personal development. Our rule is 10 minutes or 10 pages a day. Podcasts are supplemental. Random podcast every day is not personal development. Yes, it is. It's helpful. It's good. It gives you good juju. But the power of personal development happens when you stay on a single topic for an extended period of time. So then you're able to actually implement that topic. When you're going and popping from podcast to podcast to podcast to podcast, the likelihood that you're actually implementing all those things or like taking enough time to absorb it and actually let it change your life isn't very high because you're popping to a new topic like 10 seconds later when that podcast ends. So podcasts are great for drives on the road or for when you're getting ready in the morning, when you just need that added good juju, but please commit to a book. Whether it's a hard copy, a lot of libraries have audio rental things now. Shanna can talk about that. She does it. She lives in Chicago, so I don't know how that works in other places, but she always rents them from the library on audio, and it's super cool. You can also get Audible. That is a like Amazon app, or a physical copy of a book if you actually are going to sit down and read the physical copy of the book. But the single topic is huge. And if you ever start a personal development book and it's not jiving with you, please choose something different. Don't think that personal development isn't for you just because that one book isn't for you at that time. Because personal development is always going to speak to you in different seasons of your life. It's always going to be something that you have to find the right thing at that time. And if there's nothing wrong with books, if they don't touch on your life at that moment, it might touch on your life later. So just be flexible, ask questions. If you have a specific topic you need help on, ask your coach, and they'll probably help you direct you in the right direction. Key ones I think everyone should have in their life at some point is the 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins, Mastering Your Mean Girl by Melissa Ambrosini. And apparently you all think that we need to all read the Julie book, Own Your Everyday. I haven't read it. It's behind me. It's my next book. But it's been a fan fave. So those are very important. I know books like Rachel Hollis's get all the jazz, and Rachel Hollis is great, dandy, wonderful. But if you're not a mom, you might not connect to that book, and there's nothing wrong with you if you don't connect to that book. I just want you all to know that because I don't have kids. The rocket ship has not taken off out of my vahaha yet, and I don't understand part of the conversation. So know that you get to choose what your personal development is, and there's nothing wrong with your personal development. We just always say try different things. Like don't just always stay to like a spiritual one, or don't just always stay to like a businessy type one, because a lot of people like to read like Habits of Highly Effective People. Like those are great, but remember, variety is the spice of life. Variety is going to help you grow. All right, up next, the app. Groups are always what you make them. Those that participate get better results, and it's a fact. All right, we'll leave that there because that's a fact. Look for the coach posts, but also scroll the feed. Coach posts we are using kind of a guide from Jericho. So it is going to be kind of like direct on what the moves are, what the workouts are, because it's the first time any of us have gone through them. So it's helpful. But there also will almost always be a takeaway on like the morning coach post. Participate in them. They're fun. Like one day so far this week, we've had one where everyone shared their favorite quote, which I always find super inspiring. Like it just creates good community and juju, and apparently juju is my word right now. And it's just, you want the good vibes, so put the good vibes out. Share to the group feed. The picture on the bottom down here is how you do that. So when you click to share to the group feed, like to log your workout, make sure you see the blue and the green in that little toggle. If you don't see the blue and the green, it's not going to the group feed. It also means your coach, and no one in the group sees it in the feed or is able to comment on it. So your coach can go see it in the back office, but like we have a separate view on like a computer version, but we can't comment on it. So it kind of takes away because no one's commenting on your posts. They might not be in the feed. Like guarantee if your post is in the feed, it's getting commented on. So please share the group feed. Syncing your workouts. Andrea brought up that this was not happening for everyone right away. So what you do is you're going to go to the little house, and then you're going to click the in the upper left-hand corner, there's the 3 lines that kind of look like a menu bar. And then you're going to go to settings, and then activity syncing is in there. If you want yours to tell us what workout you did, that's what you're going to have to do. The one thing that has to happen is you have to physically let the video end. You can't like stop it early. And if you skip, I think more than like a minute and a half in the video, like if you skip forward, it won't log because it thinks you half-assed it. Like it thinks that you skipped part of the workout. So it forces you to be real. And it does take a couple seconds to like a minute and a half, I would say, for it to load into your phone. So when you're done stretching, just like stretch for an extra 30 seconds and then click on your app and then let your app have a moment, and then it will show up. If you have a ton of issues with it, just log your own workout. Share pictures as much as possible and share your life. Like the more that you can tell us about how that workout went, or maybe you had a funny, or maybe it helped you break through a barrier, get real with us. Don't just post, yeah, I got it done. Like some days, yeah, I get it. But if you just post that every day, you're not really connecting to the group. Like let this be transformational for you. And that includes getting real on what you share with us. Same thing for Shakeology. You'll notice for me, at least, I rarely actually post like what's in my shake. Like whenever I make a fun one, maybe I do, but usually I'm talking about my day. Like it's usually like an opportunity for us to like connect another time. So if you have a really great recipe, absolutely give it to us. But share about what's going on. Don't just say, yeah, I'm drinking it, or like vanilla. Like let's not do that game, because that's not fun. And then you're just going to get a bunch of comments that say, sounds good, like yummy. Like we can't engage with you if you don't engage. It's a two-way street. It's the same thing with your like one-on-one coaching with this. I'm just going to say this now because I don't know if I have it in here. If you work directly with me, you dang right, every single email I send you, and that like is kind of like your check-ins, they're a bulk email, because I'm not here to spend 20 minutes to email you something personalized for you all to ignore me. Respond. And then you get your one-on-one time. I feel very strongly about that because so many of you just ignore my emails. And I don't think the people on this call ignore my emails because you guys are on this call. It's like, yay. But like a lot of people don't utilize your one-on-one coaching. Us coaches are here to help you. Use it. Like, don't think that just because it's a bulk email that we don't want to help you. It's because we have to email so many of you, and we want to spend our time with people that give a damn enough to respond. So respond once, and then we'll continue. It's great. It's a good time. I promise it's fun. And no matter how you want to connect with your coach, talk to your coach about the best way for check-ins for you guys. I do a lot of email because if you text me, sometimes I'm a scatterbrain and I forget to respond. So if you text me, more than welcome to try to text me. If you work with me directly, you have my phone number, even if you don't think you do. It's in something that I sent everyone, but it's hidden. I'm funny. So like, again, watch videos when Alexa sends you videos. That's usually a tip. But just figure out what works for you guys. Okay? And we want to help you. Like every inch of our beings as coaches, nothing makes us happier than people getting results. Like it is everything. So let's get results and be badasses together. Find the group what to share. I took pictures from the group that were already in there. So your work on your Shakeology, you need to log these for prizes. So like log them. Also your personal development, so like where you're doing it, what you're doing. We loved Sarah's down in the corner here. She was doing her personal development at lunch outside. Like what a fun picture. And she shared a little bit about her and her life in there, which is so cool. Above that is Ashley's personal development. I think that's from the last group. But it's just a really like show your routine. You can share more than just your workout and your Shakeout. Food. We have Kat down there with that really yummy recipe. She said it's a Fixate recipe from August. I don't know where she got that, but she should probably tell us more details because it looks really good. And then we have Alexandra doing her workout, and she shared a little bit more about her day, which is super fun because we know a ton about Alexandra because she travels for work. And she has really cool events, and most of the time, we're getting that information because she's sharing it with us in her check-ins. Like, share about your life. That's how you become really good friends. Like, a funny story is, Alexandra and I met on Instagram. Alexandra lives in, like, outside of DC, but works in DC or something like that. And I feel like I know her like a freaking sister because she's been doing these groups, and she shares her life. She doesn't just post a workout and disappear. Like, we want to be your best friend. I mean, I want to be your best, I don't know about everybody else. I want to be your best friend. So then also Shakeology, I love that Maria shared all of her things that were in there. It's very helpful, I think, for recipes for people to know what's in it. But also we want to see your face. Show us your face. Show us your life. Like, let's have fun. Harper's freaking out, sorry. So your clean foods, your meals, your water chugs, we love those. Your successes, your struggles. Remember, it's a safe place. Up next, we have chat box stuff. I'm going to breathe for 5 seconds.
You're good. I'll take this one. I'm really passionate about this one.
Oh, okay. Casco.
This is so important. Sometimes this feels like it is the hardest part of doing these groups, but I promise you, when you don't take the pictures and you don't do the measurements and you don't have a weight written down, you will regret it. Because I go back and I look, it's like my progress photo is this middle one. And that's not even like my day one picture. I don't have an actual day one picture to go back to, and I'm kicking myself for it. So doesn't matter where you're at on your journey right now. If you're looking to drop, a couple pounds, shed some fat, just get super toned, because we're all going to get super freaking toned in this workout, like no one's business. This is so important, and to do it regularly. So not only is it taking pictures from multiple angles. I mean, like Anna and Alexa, that's a front facing picture. Alexa took hers herself in a long mirror. Anna had her boyfriend take it for her. So again, you can get, the full body image. I have mine from the sides, take them from the back, have someone do them for you, and take them in multiple pictures, like multiple outfits, because not every week you're going to have the same outfit on to see your progress from the last week. So everyone's homework by this weekend is to take like 1 million progress, like day one progress pictures. You don't have to send them to anybody except for like one. You can send one of them to your coach for sure, but put them in the app. It's a safe place to keep it. No one in the app has to see it. You can turn it as something that's private, but it's somewhere for you to keep it, to have something to look back on. I'm going to stress this one more time. If you don't do this, you will regret it 110%. So not only taking pictures is, again, it's one way to see how our body's going to be changing throughout these 100 days. Take your body measurements. Again, within the app, it's a perfect spot. It tells you what parts of your body to take a measurement from. That is another really cool way to see how your body changes. And when, again, you don't do it on day one, you're going to be kicking yourself, because you're going to see your arms getting super toned and they're bigger. But like, how many inches is each arm bigger because of the muscles that you've gained? How much littler is your waist, or how much more, you got those abs starting to pop in, and, Ashley's starting to get a whole bunch of muscles, and now she's got abs. So she's gained 2 inches around her waist. That's something that you want to see. And it's another way to track your progress as we go throughout this program, besides just a number on a scale. So I know some people don't have the best relationship with their scale, and that's okay. If you are at that point, don't look at it. It's not something that you have to do. I do recommend doing it, but maybe not as often as taking your measurements or your in your pictures. But have that number down. So again, you can see okay, I've gained 10 pounds of muscle. And I've, as you're seeing all these numbers and these pictures shrinking, but you're gaining weight, you're probably gaining muscle then. But you have multiple ways to look at progress throughout these 100 days. I'm going to say it one more time. If you don't do it, you're going to regret it. And I'm going to hate if anyone comes back to me, day 55 and be like, oh my God, I never took my progress pictures on day one in my measurements. So I did it 2 weeks in. So I don't really know how many inches I've gained or lost, or I don't know how much the difference is between, day one picture and versus now. It's not something that you want to miss. You're going to want to do it. Send it to your coach for that extra accountability. Put it in the tracker. If you want everyone to see it, post it in the group feed if you're comfortable doing that, just again, to have that extra accountability. But you have to do it. You have to. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You have to do it. Because how cool is it to look at these pictures of, Alexa, was your first program?
That's my first program.
Very first time doing 21 Day Fix. And Anna, I know Anna is on the right, and this was when she very first started with Beachbody in March. And I think this other picture was a couple days ago. And talking with Anna, I know that very first picture was not something easy to do. I mean, you can see it on her face that it was not an easy picture to take. But now having this now to look back on is mind-blowing. Okay, I hope I stressed that enough. Everyone feels the energy.
I'm going to continue it for a second, though.
Yes.
So one other thing, when we say load it into the app, there's actually a function where you can load a progress photo every single day. Now, I'm not saying you have to take it every single day, but what's really cool about this, and what I wish everyone would take advantage of, and it's something I did on my first program, is when you do that at least once every 10 days or consistently, at the end of the group, you can go look at your progress photos and they load them into a feed. You can literally scroll and watch your body change. And when we're doing this for 100 days, that scroll, it's going to change. And it's so cool. So just take the freaking photos. And again, you can keep those private. I think the more of us that share them and get real vulnerable, the cooler it is. I think also, if you work with me directly, you're sending me your pictures, period. There's not really a question there, because I believe that one of the reasons I did so good in that first round is that my coach had my photo there. You better believe I wasn't about to send her a photo that was the same. Like, I was going to work hard, because that's just who I am. So send the photos, save the photos, take the photos. And again, you don't need someone with you. Like, I literally can do the back like this, and I like turn around, like reverse cam it, because I don't have someone in my house to take a photo with me. Harper has not found that skill yet. And you just have to figure out how to make it work. Okay. Who's ready for prize time?
Hold on.
Oh,
I have one more thing to say.
Continuing.
I've had Maria send me pictures. I've sent pictures to other people. When you see your body every single day, you're not going to notice the changes as much as someone else is going to look at them. That's why pictures are so important, because you're going to take a picture and you're going to think that your body's not changing, and we're going to pull that picture back from day one and put them side by side, and you're visibly going to be able to see the difference. That's why pictures are so important. Whether you have 100 pounds to lose, whether you have 2 pounds to lose, whether you're just trying to gain muscle, it's so important, because I promise you, you're not going to see it as much as someone else is.
Agreed. Very, very important. All right, we're almost done. Now it's time for prizes. So let's just start with the bottom chunk. My love language is giving gifts. If you were in our last boot camp and you got on our last morning call, you should probably just know this fact, because I gave a prize to everyone on the call. So the one prize that we know for sure that we're doing every week, or not every week, every 10 days, is 10 for 10 and 10. Now, what that means is you have 10 workouts logged, 10 shake overs logged in 10 days. 10 of them, I don't know. It's 10 for 10 and 10. I don't know. Oh, you went 10 for 10 in 10 days. That's what it was. 10 out of 10 in 10 days. So what that means is, even if you're following basically any of the calendars, you'll still get 10 workouts in, because in order to like do the rest days, you should be doubling like your recover day into another day. And we're going to do this every 10 days. Right now, we know I'm ordering the Shaker Cup stickers, not the girl gang. We're getting Say Yes, because she says Say Yes in the group or in the workout a ton. I have voting on my Instagram. I think it's gone now, but we're either going to do gold and pink. I'm probably going to get both, because there was a bunch of you on both sides of that vote. So that's the beginning of the prize. That's something that you know you can get. I would just be prepared to have other prizes, and showing up is forever in your favor. With that also, if 2/3 of you are on the board in any 10-day period, which means I don't have the app open right now. As of today, we have how many members? We have
28 people need to show up to be at 2/3.
Yeah, 28 people need to be on that board, and then 2 of you get a prize. 2 of you will get that Say Yes sticker. You all have shaker bottles. If you don't, something's wrong, because it came in your challenge pack, but contact your coach if you don't. But we'll have those stickers, and it will be kind of a fun thing to, like, you have won it, like you earned that. And I just like to say yes, because you said yes to you. But again, there's probably going to be other prizes, but this is one to go fight for. So in the comments, can I hear who's going to get a Say Yes sticker? I want to know who wants a Say Yes sticker, because I want a Say Yes sticker. Oh, and the other thing, we didn't say this. Coaches don't just get them. Coaches got to earn them. So I don't get one. Gas doesn't get one. Ash doesn't get one. Anna doesn't get one. We all have to earn them just like you guys. So how it works is I'll literally just I can like pull a report of who had 10 for 10, and then I'll put them in a name picker, and then we'll click go. Everyone will win one before you can win 2 type of situation. Like, you're not just going to get doubles. But the power of this, and I think the power of doing the 2/3, is get a buddy. Like, let's actually work together to make more of this happen. And it's just going to be good. It's going to be really good. I'm super excited. All right. Morning accountability. This is something that we're going to offer on a much larger scale than we have in the past. A lot of times we do like a Monday call, or we do a couple like different morning workouts. I know a lot of you have actually joined our crew over other crews because you like that we do this. And it's really fun. What I will tell you is it is really, really fun. You don't have to be doing the same workout as the people that are on it. What happens is everyone gets on, then we mute our lines, and we press play on our workouts, but we're all working out kind of in unison. I think it helps me get out of bed like no other. So how it's going to work is you use this link. The link that you used for this call is an open meeting room. So you can use it at any time. You can open the meeting. So if you have a buddy in the group that you want to do a workout at noon, great, do it. If you want to get on at a time where Cass, Ashley, I, Anna, any of us announce that we're going to be on, get on. Like, tell us that you're going to get on. So I'm Mondays at 5:15. So I will see you for the next 10 Mondays, right? No, I don't know. A bunch of Mondays in a row at 5:15. I'll also probably participate on Ashley's Wednesday at 5 a.m. In this group, we speak in Central Standard Time, so if you are in a different time zone, please do your own math. I think it's easiest if we stay in Central or we stay in one time zone, because I know we have people in across 3, but it is confusing if we all go back and forth. So just Eastern Timers and PSTers, please just do your math. Cass does them at 7:30 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So we all kind of have different schedules. If you have a time that works really well for you, one, ask your coach, see if someone else does it. But us coaches also know when people work out a little bit. So, like, pay attention. Like, ask your coach if someone works out at 8. And then we can maybe find someone that does that. We all have different schedules. We all have different lives. So Mondays at 5:15 are probably the only day I'm going to work out that early, other than the Wednesday at 5 with Ashley. Otherwise, I'm probably like a 5:30, because that's what works best for me. And you're going to have to try different things. And you're going to have to push yourself to get up early to do those morning workouts. But I promise you, ain't no one want to roll out of bed at 4:45 and start drinking their Energize so they can read their PD and do their workout. But when you're done, it is so freaking worth it, because you feel alive. You feel a different vibe going into your day, and it is so worth it. So at this moment, we're going to pause and let's discuss what time we should all work out tomorrow. Or should we have multiples? So please, in the chat box, please comment what time you're going to work out in the morning, what time your ideal time to work out tomorrow morning is. And see if we can't get some buddy systems occurring.
Make sure you also put if it's Central Time. Do you do your calculation to make sure that you're announcing your time in Central Time?
We have a 6, a 7, a 6:30, and a 5. I mean, there's more than 4 of you on this call. I'm just gonna. All right. 8 or 9, 5 a.m. So Maria and Ashley are together. Shannon and Cass are together. Anna?
And Danielle. Danielle's a 7 a.m.er.
Danielle, you're 7 a.m.er. We got a 7 a.m. crew. I'm probably going to be more like a 5:36. I don't see a 5:30, so I can do a 6. But find your buddy, everyone. We're going to do these. 7 a.m. Oh, we got a crew at 7. I'm liking this. I have to go to work. Actually, maybe I don't. It's Friday.
You guys, you have no idea how much I need these in the mornings. Otherwise, I don't do anything, and then I'm rushing around my house trying to leave for work, and it's just not fun. So I'm so excited to have so many people doing it at 7.
7 a.m. is going to be lit. I love it. We do have a 5:15 fit club for anyone that wants to do it really early. No, I don't.
Or with Anna at 4:30 in the morning.
So Jen, can you do 6 or 7? Tomorrow, Shannon. Just tomorrow. You can choose your day. 7. Oh, you got another 7 a.m.er. Laura, I think we're on our own at 6:30. But I'm in. All right, crew. You guys are amazing. Now, homework. Dun, dun, dun. So first, above all of this, your homework is to take your before photos and measurements. But then you're all going to get your books out. We're going to sign your, not that page, that page. Sign it at the bottom. And I'm going to get off a share so you guys can see me. Sign your book at the bottom. Post that in the group. Ashley told us to do that today. Everyone has to do it. Then you have your perfect morning routine. So every phase, you'll see that you start having these journaling exercises. And then every day, you have reflection. So I want you guys to start working on your kind of before journal. So your perfect morning routine, you have your first 100-second challenge, which is 100 seconds. And the math on this in my brain, when I had to figure out how many minutes and seconds that was a little painful. It is a minute and 40 seconds.
There you go.
So you have a prompt and you'll write in there. Then your tracker. So obviously you already did the more photos because we've told you to do this like 70 times now. And then why be 100? This is your why for your workouts. This is why you're going to show up for the next 100 workouts. Get real. Like, get real. Why do you want to do this? The deep stuff, not I want to lose 5 pounds. Like, what do you want to feel? How do you want to wake up and feel after workout 100? Why do you want to be crying at that workout? What do you want to feel? Like, who are you in 100 days? What did you prove to yourself that you're capable of? Like, all of these things, think about that and write that your why. It really shouldn't just be a weight loss. It is so much more than that. So fill out the journal. Next page is your why tribe. So it's 5 people. This is your accountabilities. So your coach can obviously be one of them, but find your other supporters too and go tell them what you're doing. So if you're going to put your spouse on there or your boyfriend, tell them what you're doing and then write their name down and then why they're supporting you. If you need an extra buddy, find a buddy in the group. I will be anyone's buddy. Like, find your buddies and then don't be afraid to use them. But the challenge of this is you have to go tell those 5 people they're your buddies. Which means there's probably 4 of you that are going to get messages from me. Because Harper can't be my buddy and I don't have a spouse. So that's your tribe. And then you're going to start your workout. So at each workout, you have a whole page. You guys have these books, so I'm not going to go through it. But actually do it. Like, really do that. And then you write your commitment for your workout for the next day. You have your daily affirmation. Please, with those affirmations, get deep. If you run out of ideas for affirmations, like, search affirmations. Like, don't write I'm strong and powerful that like 17 times. Like, get deep. Like, I am capable of doing hard things is still a really generic one. But, like, start writing who you are down. Like, talk to yourself. Talk yourself into the goodness. So then once this is done, we have another thing that we want everyone to do. We did this in Balance Bootcamp once. I posted in the challenge group in the files. I didn't do it yet. It's not in there yet. It's going to be. But it's the long-term goals from Ultimate Portion Fix. It's a document. I'm going to actually open it and then just show you guys because that's probably easier. Sure. I don't care if you print it and you do it on here or if you just write it in a journal. The reason we're doing this is something that we did when Ultimate Portion Fix launched with the Ultimate Portion Fix ladies. And then it kind of just like rocked my world when Anna read hers to us like 2 months later and her like long-term ones were done and it was so freaking cool. So yes, this one is very food related, but you get the idea. So what's your goal in the next 30 days? So maybe for you it is being soda free would be a great one. Like anyone that drinks soda, that's a great option. But also with your fitness, like for 30 days, I did 30 workouts. Start small. Or maybe it's I didn't press snooze more than once a week. Or like don't set crazy goals. Set something realistic that you know you can do in this one. And then you're going to start to push yourself a little bit. And you're going to say what you're going to achieve in 60 days. Then what you're going to achieve in 90 days. And then what you're going to achieve in a year. So what's really cool about this is your 90 days is still in this program. So these first 3 are all things that are going to happen during this program. And whatever it is that you want to put in these boxes, put it in the boxes, but I want you to do it and I want you to save it somewhere. Because when you come back to this on day 100 and you've accomplished like your year goal, or we come back to this on like day 30 and you're already accomplishing your 60-day goal, it is so powerful when you create the confidence by showing up with consistency, by doing the things. That's how confident people are made. People aren't just confident. Confident people are created by showing up and keeping the promises they make to themselves. And anyone's capable of that. Anyone can create confidence. No matter where you're at right now, you can create the confidence to have massive success. So does anyone have questions before we stop the recording portion of this, like tactical questions? All right, I'm going to pause the recording.